I'm just going to take a quick look back through the King's second in Randwick race 2 today behind Libertad. Ran second, beaten 2 lengths, flashed home from well off the pace near last. Capital Heart in third. If we have a look back through the form references out of the race, you'll see that good margins to fourth and further back. Stanislaus, Critique, Spicy Legend. The winner, Libertad, prior to that, had won a trial over Tor Egger, very good form reference, and Idana. The third horse home, Capital Heart, the start prior, ran second to Soldier of Rome, beaten 0.74 of a length. That's an excellent form reference. Soldier of Rome had form around the Novelist, Psychano, which it knocked off in a trial. And also, if you go further back, was second to Introducing, beaten 0.36 of a length. At the start prior. Introducing has form around Platinum Jubilee, then came out and ran fourth to Shinzo in the Pago Group 3, only beaten 1.8 lengths. The fourth horse home, beaten 3.7, 1.7 off the King, ran second to Amazonian Lass, the start prior, only beaten 0.35 of a length. The form around Amazonian Lass stacks up left, right and centre. It knocked off Autumn Ballet. Autumn Ballet came out and won the Black Opal impressively. All these horses are in the market. The Years is well up in the market for the size produce, so that puts the King well in front of those horses. Fifth horse home, Critique, beaten 3.95, 1.95 behind the King. Knocked off Godfather in its trial prior to that. Godfather has good form around Fire Lane, beaten 1.84. The form references back through Fire Lane stack up to Cylinder, only 5 lengths off Cylinder. Knocked off Platinum Jubilee, fourth to Sovereign Fund, beaten 1.7. And prior to that, had trial form around Snapback. Snapback has good form around Lazago. That puts the King in front of Lazago on its second there. Lazago came out and knocked off Facile and Blank to Blank in the Sweet Embrace. Was only 1.3 off Learning to Fly in the Millennium. The 6 horse home, Spicy Legend, beaten 4.75. Good trial form prior to that around Kaizad, Critique. 7th horse home, Bold and Blazon. The start prior was beaten 5.1, improved off that run. Was beaten by Shinzo in the Pago. Second to Chronology in a trial before that. Chronology, the trial form stands up. Get Along finished 8th. Beaten, it's not actually listed there yet, but if you go back here, you see Get Along. Oh, no, not Get Along, sorry. Just go back. That's a form reference to that horse. Prairie Legend finished 8th, beaten 6.1. That gives a line back to Thunderlips. Thunderlips gives a line back to Get Along. Get Along had form around Barber, Sunsource, Cafe Millennium, Mahaba, all group quality horses, and Lost Padres, which finished 9th. Had good form prior to that too, only 2 off Militarised, and Militarised went around in the slipper and was only 3.3 off Cylinder the start prior in the Todman. So all of that form stacks up to suggest that the King stacks up as a group quality horse on the make. As I've said numerous times before, he's got to improve out of sight going to 1,400 metres, further he stretches out fitter. If we have a look at the replay of today's race,
gates are back now. They're off and racing. Critique jumped well. So did Capital Heart alongside.
This is the King getting back here.
And showing plenty of speed. Great Thinker whipping up inside them. So Great
and
Thinker.
This is Libertad in the white cap in front of it,
Spicy Legend
which eventually wins the race. The King drops back to second last here on the outside.
Then came Libertad, Lost Padres deeper out. Further back to Prairie Legend with the black cap down on the brows, a length and a half to the
So here's Libertad, the eventual winner, and the King back second last.
Critique, 600 metres to run from Capital Heart.
Libertad takes a split between runners as they straighten, and the King comes to the outside.
Libertad travelling well, just needing a bit of room as they come around the turn.
Libertad,
and Critique
the
in
King.
front from Capital Heart. Stanislaus 3 out. Then Great Thinker, Libertad into the clear, revving up now. Then Lost Padre and the King.
If you watch after the
right
line,
down
you'll
the
see the King
outside.
actually
Critique
picks
under
Libertad
pressure
up
from
after the
Capital
line.
Heart, and Libertad starting to surge now in the middle of the track. Libertad moved up, swept to
Clearly
the
the
front
best
from
closing
Capital Heart.
pass.
Then the King running on, but Libertad stretching clear.
His work over the
A great
last 50,
debut
last
performance.
100's the best
The
work.
King got up to
He's
run
close
second.
home.
Capital Heart third,
As you
then
can see, he picks up
Stanislaus.
Libertad after the
Other back
line.
to Critique
So
from
that's a huge
Spicy
trial
Legend,
over
Bold
1100,
Blazing it.
considering
Again back to
the
Prairie
stretch out
Legend
at
from
1400 in the
Lost Padre,
size produce.
and Great Thinker was last
Hopefully he goes there and
in.
makes the
Libertad,
field.
nice.
And that is a review of the King in Randwick Race 2 today. Thanks.